What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another video on road to becoming a funded futures trader. This week, I had taken 3 trades. Let's get into it. This week wasn't really the best week for me, personally, because my main assets were not moving. The indices were in a very bad range due to a lot of factors, actually. A lot of recession fears, a lot of things going on in the economy. A lot of things were just rank. The indices were basically just ranging. Basically, for the whole about a half of the week, it was very wick-sawy, but now it's been steadily breaking out. But my setup didn't appear at all on any of the indices like how I would want it, so I didn't take any trades. But anyways, the first trade that I took was on BTC on Monday. Ended up being my best trade of the week and my only profitable trade this week. So on this trade, I saw that price had a 15-minute demand in the morning. BTC has been rallying up after the huge drop that happened last week. So once I saw this demand, that I just didn't look at that. I also saw that here we have liquidity. We have London highs that have not been taken out in New York. And then as well as another plus, price came down and took London lows. So when price takes London lows before taking out the highs, I'm like, okay, definitely this is a little bit more high probability, and we are sitting inside of a 15-minute demand. So when price came to this zone, I watched how the price action reacted. I just didn't hop inside of the trade. I was looking at things like volume before getting inside of the trade. And then once price hit my liquidity, took out liquidity, that's when I took a partial. I took like 2 contracts off of this trade. I had 5 contracts on this trade because I was trading the minis. I mean the micros. I wasn't trading the minis. So I had 5 contracts on Topstep, and I took 2 off right in this area. And then price decided to go a little bit higher. I could have caught in whole move, but this trade ended up giving me a 1 to 4 R almost just off of this trade in total. And it was a really good trade for the week. The next trades were literally all losing trades. So on Wednesday, I saw that price was tapping into a 4-hour demand zone. So let me scroll out. It's basically kind of is counter trend, but I saw that BTC was rallying up, so I was a little confident to take this trade. So we had this 4-hour demand price was tapping into. It was also there on the 1 hour in this area, but price invalidated that. So it's coming down to this 4 hour. I saw that once New York opened, we didn't take out liquidity up here. So once we got to the zone, I was a little bit confident, but everything is not perfect. Price ended up taking out my zone, taking me out, and yeah, it is what it is, honestly. And the last trade that I took was on NG. Now, a lot of you guys might not know about NG, but it's low-key like a secret asset that I trade. It is very, very, very volatile though, and very, like I only trade it sometimes out of the blue. It's not really one of my most favorite things to trade. I prefer to trade indices and then indices and gold because that's where my edge, that's where I see my setups the most. But anyways, on NG, we saw that on the 4 hour, there was a demand forming up, but I was really cautious in this trade just because it seemed to be respecting the supply up here, and that theory that I had ended up playing out. So this is similar to the BTC trade where price came into my zone. I saw a rejection. We didn't take out liquidity up here, so once price came into my zone, I had the theory that we were gonna hop back and then take liquidity and do a Judas swing, whatever you want to call it. But price ended up taking me out. But is what it is. I know now that I am bearish on NG for the next week. So after this week, I'm probably going to be focused a little bit more on indices next week since we have broken out of the range completely and we are rallying back up to take out the highs and fill in this whole entire area that we left. So more than likely I'll take some trades on there. Let me show you guys my Topstep account. Just so you guys know, like just so I can be real with you guys. So this was the Monday trade, 743. Um, these are the two other trades I was talking about. Now, on Friday, the reason why this trade is a little bit more of a loss than this day was that I upped my risk on this day because I have a risk management plan that when I hit a certain level, I'll up my risk. So, and some things were going on with NG where like the way I trade, I couldn't just risk one micro, and Topstep doesn't have the micro contract, so I had to risk minis. So a whole bunch of stuff. I know for next time what I'll do. So I ended up losing more on this day, and it is what it is, honestly. On this day, on Monday, it's the power of good risk to reward because I imagine I didn't go for really good risk to reward. I would have been basically unprofitable for the whole entire week. So that's it. These are my stats right now. I've only taken 3 trades, 40% win rate. Pretty realistic trading, nothing special, honestly. Gonna come back next week, focus on our edge, focus on our playbook, focus on the right things to trade, focus on our simple system, and then come out the end of the week with whatever price gives us. So yeah.